ADA, we start with 1 hour chart. Just want to give a quick update. If you refer to our analysis in my last video, when the price was exactly within this move, we mentioned if we get the trade for buy, we can look for buy. But as we can see, the price drop. And we mentioned either I mean, the way we can look for buy. We mentioned we put a one trade above the top. And right now, as we can see, the price drop and we get this sharp move and flag. Still, we can look for buy and maybe put our entry above the top. In what we want the price sharply break and continue. Okay, but before we take the trade, as we can see, when we see this kind of the move, if this one, as I mentioned in my last analysis, I mentioned if the price drop start to correct, the best thing is we get one more drop before we look for trade for buy. The reason is if I remove everything, as you can see, there is no divergence based on the indicators. Okay, we cannot confirm this is the start of the reversal. That's why if we get one more up, that means the prices start to correct. If we get a drop, then mostly we see the divergence. Then any reversal from there is the best. This is best we can look for, and we can get the confirmation. Okay, even if we move to forward chart, technically we will see the drop correction. We can expect to get one more drop. Then any reversal from there, we can look for trade. This is the best things I'm looking for. All right. But beside that, how about if the price reverse from here? The only way to look for trade, either we buy over entry above the top or we wait for the sharp move flag, we take the trade. But having entry above the top is really risky because we want the price break and continue. If the price tag we see is not moving within the 1 or 2 hours, we take out the trade. That's why in last analysis, when the price was within this move, we mentioned we consider this one as a flag. We want to see the continuation by having entry above the top. But there was no trade. So I mean the prices didn't take. And we mentioned the zone we're looking for to break out 1.64, following by 1.69. Anyway, the price dropped, and what we have right now, we can expect this one turn to flat for one more drop. This is a technically and how we can look for. This is the best things. If the price drop, we need to any range within this one, 1.435, 1.34, we can expect to look for reversal. All right. As I mentioned, this is the best option we can look for. But since most of the charts they have this similar movement, mostly because of the Bitcoin, how about if the price reverse from here? Either we put our entry above the top, still we follow this what we explained my last analysis, and we want to see the continuation and breakout of this zone. That's mean if we get and if we put an entry above the top, what we want the price sharply break and continue, and we will need to see the breakout of at least 1.64. And if the price tag we see is not moving within a 1 or 2 hours, we take out the trade, or we wait for the sharp move flag, we take the trade. Already we have this one. That's why we can have a put our entry above this, but we should know that this is really risky. The price can tag and drop, because we mentioned this is the best option we can look for. Technically, this is what we're looking for. But in case the price reverse from here, if the traders they know how to manage, they can put our entry above this. And we should do whenever we take the trade, mostly it depends for if we have entry above the top. If we see within the 1 or 2 hours the price cannot continue, we take out the trade. Because what we want to sharply break and continue. Okay, but if, as I mentioned, if the price we put our entry above the top, maximum 2 hours, we see there is no continuation, we take out the trade. If we can move our stop loss to break even, if not, take out the trade. All right. And right now, this is what we're looking for. As I mentioned, the best thing is if this one turn to a correction for one more drop before we look for trade, because we at that time so you can get the divergence. And how about if I move to higher time frame? Yeah, we don't have anything to discuss. Everything similar to what explained into my in my last analysis. And if you move to forward chart, we can look for this flat. That's why if this one turns to correction for one more drop, then from there it can give us better confirmation to look for trade. This is the best option. But beside that, if traders they want to be quite aggressive in case the price reverse from here, I mentioned how they can look for trade, and we need to see the breakout of this soon. If not, then they should take out the trade. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.